10 Saudi students were being held on the base on Saturday, while several others were unaccounted for, said an official who spoke on the condition of anonymity after being briefed by federal authorities. The Blaze reported only 6 nationals were being held as of Friday night. Officials have not said if the individuals are connected to Friday's tragedy. Sources who spoke to CNN and the AP both said the officials are investigating whether the incident is terrorism related. Terror. I think he was mad because they were making fun of his mustache. That's what some are saying now, that this was all because of bullying. They had said that he had a porn stash. You know, a little mustache that looked like you were in a porno. I mean, a Saudi should say, I've never seen a porno. I don't even know what that means. So please stop saying that. Allah be praised. Blessed be upon Muhammad. All of that stuff. And then, of course, do what Muhammad said to do and cut the heads off of the infidel. Oh, that's what he did, except he used a gun and he didn't cut anybody's heads off. But he tried. When are we going to learn? Some of these guys we're giving them pilot training. Hello. At least now, I guess we can say we're training them to land the plane as well. Can we stop training Saudi nationalists to fly planes?
It's part of the package, though. When we sell them military equipment, like planes, we train them to use the planes.
You know, I don't know about you, but, you know, once you have a guy shooting people up on one of our bases, I think you lose that privilege. I just think, no, you know what?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, they've made this a priority to sell them lots and lots of equipment. It's something that we talk about often.
All the time.
Yeah.
We're in a proxy war with them right now. We're in a proxy war, meaning we're helping Saudi Arabia fight their war in Yemen. So we're helping them. And they're monsters. Let's be honest about it. There are monsters. Oh, well, that makes it so much better. You know, I've told you about I'm reading this book called Poisoner in Chief, and it's really, really, really good. It's a little horrifying about our CIA and what we were doing with experimental drugs and testing on children as young as 6. We didn't get permission. We just scooped them up from orphanages, and we're like, let's see how much LSD their body can take. I mean, we did some really bad stuff. However, when you're reading it, they are making the case on how bad we are because after World War II, we knew that they were working on biological weapons, both the Japanese and the Germans, and they had done extensive testing on people. I mean, the Japanese really made the Germans look like rookies. They really did. In China, they just took this whole 5-mile area or 10-mile area, and they just cordoned it off, and then they just started bringing people in, and they would do horrible, horrible experiments on these people with biological weapons. Well, the book is trying to set up how bad we are because we went over and we tried to get the information from those doctors because we wanted to know what they had learned about biological weapons. Okay, well, that's bad. I agree with you. And giving kids LSD, that's bad. And it should have never happened, and it embarrasses me. However, why is that even equated to sticking people a post through their body while they're still alive and then hitting them with shrapnel from an anthrax bomb while they squirm on that post for 6 and 7 days to see how they die and how long it takes them to die? That's a little different. It's a little different. But we're made out to be the bad guys. And yet Japan, nobody's talking about what Japan did, because what Japan did, Japan hopefully won't be doing now. What they did in the past, Germans did that. And hopefully Germans aren't doing that now. I think they learned their lesson. Well, why are we the only ones that cannot ever let go of our past? Ever. ever let go of our past. The only time that you can be excused and let go of your past is when you've learned from it and you stop making the same mistake. Can we stop making the same mistake and adopting monsters around the world as our friends? I don't want to be in bed with monsters. I don't think anybody in the country wants to be in bed with monsters. But our State Department will tell our president we have to be. If we are not friends with the Saudis, then this and this and this will happen. Well, you know that the same thing they said about Donald Trump not meeting with North Korea. Okay? Don't meet with him. I thought that was insane too. I didn't like that we were meeting with him. But I knew what was happening, what Obama did and what Bush did was not working. And you've got to do something. Do you know that right now Kim Jong-il is Kim Jong-un is now saber rattling, taking all these pictures on him on a horse in the mountains, and they keep releasing it. And he says a big Christmas surprise is coming for America, and America should be warned, et cetera, et cetera. Do you know why that's happening? They always take pictures of him on horses before some big battle, okay? It's a traditional thing that it would be like, you know, if we still believed in God, if our president went to Valley Forge and kneeled down in the forest and said a prayer, it would be a sign to America, oh, we're going to go into battle, okay? That's what this is with a horse. And so he's imaging himself as a tough guy, ready to go into war. Well, why is he doing that? Because Donald Trump has humiliated him inside of his own country. By meeting with Donald Trump, you know, we all said, he's going to get something. He's going to get something. We're going to give him something. Nope, Donald Trump gave him a nice talking to. Hey, you're great. You should come to the table. And we all thought that was nuts. It seems to be working because what Donald Trump did not do was give them all of the things, the actual things that they've wanted that Obama gave them and Bush gave them. He said, no, I'll meet with you. I'll talk to you, but you're not getting those things until you do X, Y, and Z. So he just flipped the tables and we all freaked out. But it looks now, this is intelligent speculation. We don't know for sure why and what's coming. But it looks as though the pressure on him from his inner circle, from the communist leadership, is that he is so weak and pathetic that he did all this world stage with Donald Trump, and yet he didn't get Donald Trump to give him anything. And now they don't have the aid that they really need. And so he's in trouble. Well, that's pretty good. How about this? The State Department says that you can't get out of that deal with Iran. You can't get out of that deal with Iran. It'll cause the whole world to be set on fire. You can't get out of that deal on Iran. Well, the people in Iran are rising up against the regime because when we got out of that deal, Donald Trump made the sanctions even tougher. And guess what? They appear to be working, and the whole world is not on fire because of that. They told Donald Trump, don't make the embassy Jerusalem. You can't do that. No president has ever done that. You got to listen to us, the experts at the State Department. Why? Because the whole world will turn against us. Guess what didn't happen?